Oh wow. Thanks, Jimmy. All the time I was talking and oh boy. My apologies. Didn't know that. So I guess you guys couldn't hear nothing I was saying. um, they have online tasks, is what you're saying? All right. We can go that route. Alright, I'd have to check them out then. I just want to finish this to make sure that I wouldn't be missing anything. And then I'll check it out. Four. Alright. If I revive him, Doppel comes back. Let's just set this. And I turn with that. Oh. Didn't really need that. We ain't start with the request yet. We trying to get through everything first before we start accepting requests. Wow. That's remotely tempting. 8. Alright, let's do that then and see what we get. Excelente. Oh wow. That's cool. At least you get to see the PC players who talk and look down on us for so long. Oh, y'all don't have updated Yu-Gi-Oh game. Y'all playing all these banned cards. Let's go 1. Yes, let's go 2. Yes, let's go 3. Yes, let's go 4. Hold on, here's a fact. Nope. Yep, that's what it's gonna be. That's what it's gonna be. For everyone who look down on us, talk bad about us, and our commitment and our faithfulness to the game, yeah, they are owed multiple L's. Let's go magnet reverse. Here we're gonna go 7. Hold on now. Nope, let's go here. Hey, but St. John time to put in some weight. It just be like that sometimes. Sometimes all the luck in the world will be on your side, and then at other times it just be depressing. Oh, I already made 16. All right. And that. Gonna reduce. 2, 3, and voila! Alright. Cooking on all cylinders. Oh wow, 15? It wasn't trying to give me no ultra rares last night, even if it was to save my life. Let's go place off. Nope. The graveyard's still shining. Oh, those two. Alright, let's bring one of them back. Battle. 1800, let's take that out. Yeah, that's what I said. Now deck building is going to take a while, especially when you don't have all the cards. That's why I'm in no rush. I want to try to earn all the cards first to actually make it worth deck building. Jack the Hopeful. Right? In Yu-Gi-Oh, there is no hope. You either get it done or you don't. But yeah, Jack, just letting you know, if you were a character in the original Yu-Gi-Oh series, you'd probably be the first person to end up in the Shadow Realm. That's just my 5 cents. you have to be really good for Heart of the Cards to work for you. Lone Flyer Blossom is at 3? Wow, that's crazy. Plants just got overpowered. Listen, don't talk down or bad about Pegasus, because Pegasus, I mean, if you like the pedophilia characters of Yu-Gi-Oh, who like little children and doing strange things on, you know, secluded islands with a bunch of men around them, then, you know, Pegasus is for you. But yeah, Pegasus ain't gonna work in my book. What you say, Trini? Long time no see. You downloaded the game yet? Yeah, all is well. That's awesome. Don't stop grinding. Try to get as many cards as you can. AFV, I'm gonna have to call you AFV because I cannot pronounce that name. So yeah, we say AFV. Let's go. Hold on. Got something in here. Just dump. No, I don't think I have one of those in the graveyard as yet. Ew, I could get that in there. Yeah. Sideways. Let's go get our junk synchron. Alright, let's go 6. Oh, even better. That's what I love to see. No, not yet. Hold on. Banish that. Now then. Yikes, I could have used it for that, you know. It doesn't matter though. Let's go our first one of him. Ooh. Oh. No, that's what I'm doing right now, the little solo missions. I have this and one more, and it's like some extra gates to complete, and that'll be it, and then I can start doing things online. Let's go here. Yes. Let's get back, because even if I make that, let's get back doppel. We don't need that effect right now. We can make our next 5. Alright, now let's get some board protection since we went first. Alright, excellent. Keep in mind, this is the very first turn of the duel. You said the game isn't available as a mobile download yet? So 3 of those bad boys in a single turn. Let's see if we can get something better. Graveyard. Graveyard. Alright, we'll just set that. And worst case scenario, set that. And that'll end our turn. Oh wow, that's a really powerful card. Okay, we'll just do this. I gotta be the strongest face down defense position monster ever. Gladly I'll pay that. Alright, let's get our crystal wing. You lucky I locked myself with a spell blade. Let's go crystal wing. That's what he's playing? Oh boy. Yep. If you've seen any of my Quasar decks, or Stardust decks, yeah. Like I told you, when it comes to synchro decks, only 2 cards ever really matter in those decks. That's Junk Synchro and Doppel Warrior. You pick up those 2, you basically will be able to create a really decent board. Really. Oh, these foreign story mode options. It's like they literally are trying to mentally dismantle me. killing me with the boredom. Nope, I do not want to go to the store. Let's see if we can finish that last one. This has 2 in it? Oh, alright. Oh. Go right ahead. As OP as you think a deck may be, I can assure you, it can still be shut down. Yep, it really is. I told you that I keep, and I can't state this enough. If you're gonna go and build a synchro deck, you either use synchrons or you use resonators. They are the 2 best synchro engine mechanics in the game. Like, you just don't go wrong. Especially if you go librarian first and start making your synchro plays. The pluses almost seem endless, and then you are able to extend so much. By the time as you get to where you want to go, you almost forgot why you were doing what you were doing when you look at the field and be like, bam, I really did need to summon all of those dragons. Not a bad field, but someone picks up sphere mode, they distribute 3 of those off. Like, what do you do then? Because, like I told you, as people make so many different broken boards, the one thing that's really hard for them to get around is a sphere mode. So, like I said, when I make recommendations for you guys so you guys can keep up and be able to play as competitive as possible, you have to be able to make sure that you can, if they do sphere mode, you can get around it. Or when you're actually executing your combos, you don't end up getting the Nibiru'd in the process. But I kid you not, it was like they made Baguska for Link monsters. It's like they say, alright, Link summon, make your Baguska. Alright, now your opponent has to suffer. What about speedroids? If you're talking about speedroids as a synchro mechanic, speedroids aren't bad, and Winwich isn't bad. The thing is, they just cannot extend as well as synchrons and resonators do. Like, they just give you so many pluses. The way that their utility works, where they can recycle, I think it's chain, and then the other level 1 resonator, like you just synchro with chain, then you synchro with him, and then he puts chain back in your hand. And if you're able, or if you have gained an additional normal summon, then like you can just normal him out again and get another resonator from your deck and just keep synchroing up. And like I said, if you have Librarian on board, that means when you summon chain and you summon that next the level 1 resonator from the deck, you went +2 because you made 2 synchro summons. The other level 1 puts chain back in your hand. So if you do have an additional normal summon or your original normal summon, and you summon chain again and another resonator from deck, that means you're gonna conduct 2 more synchro summons, meaning that you're gonna go +4 with an even stronger monster on board. And depending on what 4 cards you drew, if your deck is built to continually extend, you're most likely gonna keep synchroing and until you can potentially OTK your opponent or put your opponent in a position where they can't even do nothing with your board. Prometheum, I assure you, do not get overzealous. You're gonna see people mean in spare mode. Trust me on that. Because not all the time Nibiru, and if you have heard any of my videos where I explain this, in certain situations, it's always gonna be sphere mode over Nibiru. Reason being is, let's say I go in second and you go in first and you comboing off, and Nibiru's the 6th card on top of my deck, right? That would mean that I can't Nibiru you because I'd be drawing Nibiru too late. Whereas if it's sphere mode and I pick it up as my 6th card and you build your board, I'm just going to tribute off 3 monsters. So in certain situations, the 3 Nibiru in the deck would usually get swapped out for 3 sphere mode. So you're going to be having sphere mode mean depending on how many times you engage in a matchup and see boards that are being built and you being forced to go second. So it wouldn't really bother you if your deck, when you go first, you can put up a defense where you don't get OTK'd, and then you can sphere mode on your following turn. Yay. Alright. Hold on a sec, guys. Coming right back. They should, because they do intend to incorporate tournament mode, so yeah. Alright, sorry about that. But yeah, they should be incorporating side decking. It's a couple other features that they did say that they were to include in the game that aren't here yet. So I'm assuming that they are for future update. They're probably just testing out. They probably didn't want to overload too much into the game for it to crash or experience a whole lot of difficulties, enough too many people complaining about it. So they just probably seeing how the game functions now for, I guess, the next month to about 3 months, and try to work on whatever problems the game has now so that it can be fixed, even in terms of visuals, speed of the gameplay and stuff like that. And then maybe another 2 to 3 months from now, they're gonna send out another update and then start incorporating all of those things that they said would originally be in the game. But they don't want to put too much too early, and then you have too many people crying online that this isn't good, this doesn't work, complaining about how this, like how I have an issue with the when we're deck building, the cards aren't even sorted in alphabetical order. On top of that, you can't even criteria your search to be detailed as it is in Link Evolution, where you can just keep narrowing down your searches to exactly what you want. Like, you can't exactly do that in this. You can limit it down, but it's not as on point as it was in Link Evolution. So I have an issue with those two things in terms of deck building, and then no side deck. So yeah, there are going to be things that they're working on once they fix that, get the game running even more smoothly. Maybe they may adjust the timer so that you don't spend too much time in a ranked duel just watching people do unnecessary shenanigans. So, like, I watched someone in 3 minutes in Link Evolution literally drew out the entire deck and, deck out in the very first turn of the duel. I didn't even got a turn. So if someone can do that in 3 minutes, imagine if you give them an additional, because I think it's 180 seconds for 3 minutes. I think it's a 500 second counter. Someone was telling me that is a lot of time. That's over 6 minutes easy a turn. You don't really want people waiting around online that long for one person to make a very simple, especially if they're gonna make you wait just to set one card face down and end their turn. That's ridiculous. So far, I had about $60. I had $60 on my PSN account because I was anticipating that I would have had to have bought the game. So I estimated that the price should have ran me into somewhere like $40 to $60. But since the game was free to download, I just used that to start acquiring cards. And if you see how many cards I've gotten so far, like, it's ridiculous. For $60, like, you'd be like, Dabna, that's all you got? And then a lot of the other cards I just earned and generated. So, like, the kind of money you're gonna have to spend to get the actual cards you want, it's gonna be very costly. I think it's on Team Sam's channel. I think it was him. If it wasn't him, I know it's entitled that someone spent about $500 just to get one deck. That is crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, it is be like that. Trust me, I can't grind as much as I want because I have work and other extracurricular activities, so I really know the feeling. Trust me, I understand how you feel about the grind, trust me. But it's how they build the game, because I guess they want like the newer players who are new to the game to really be able to understand the different summoning mechanics and how the different archetypes work, so that they can better choose an archetype that actually suits them, to their play style or their needs, or how they feel they want to play Yu-Gi-Oh, so that they can be viable in the game. They don't want you to come to something and it seems really complicated. If it seems complicated, you're most likely going to walk away from it. So they are trying to attract newer players, as well as to entice the older players who actually stop playing and get them back into the game. So, like, that's how the game was basically built. Wow, this hand is horrible. I'm not even gonna waste my time. Let's draw another hand. Like I told players, whether they want to or not, they're trying to use the same application as a platform in YCS, and as well as hosting regular dueling tournaments, especially with this virus running around and mutating. So, like, just get the game. it's free to download, so it isn't going to cost you anything. And if you don't want to spend money, you don't have to. You can just take the long, boring route, like what I'm doing, and try to earn your cards as best as possible. See that? And that's another plus on this, because Master Duels is actually cross-play. You're going to be able to duel anyone from anywhere around the world, regardless of what platform they're on. So that's another plus right there. Nope. That's interesting. Should I go another 2 or another 3? Let's go another 3. Summon. But yeah. What do you say, Kate? But like I was saying, just get Master Duels, because this is literally what it's gonna be. No fighting it, no denying it. It just has to be this. Oh, what you say, Smokey? I'd go everything good. How you making it? Because they according to people, they saying this thing spreading in our area like wildfire. It kind of is. It kind of is. You don't have to pay cash, but how to put it? You could just take the long, boring route like what I'm doing now. But if you really want the good cards, it's really gonna be costly. I kid you not, like really costly. Because I've already spent about $60, and the amount of cards that I got it was just ridiculous. It really wasn't worth it. This is a card from your hand. What is that activated? Oh, to add to my hand. Okay. Yeah, it follows the OCG. Duel Links were for those who like or wanted that rush duel type theme feeling, or however you want to describe that. No, let's go Moxie. Ah, crap, I didn't mean to activate that. Crap. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The grind game is just really long and it's boring. I mean, I liked it until Link Evolution came out, because I just wanted them to actually progress with the game state. Let's go Crystal Wing, since we already jacked up our other play. That's fine. Right? I can't see how people still play that. I really can't see how people still play that. Like GTA is the same regurgitated garbage over and over and over. Let's go Liberian. Um, well, Kay, how it's actually set up. Yes, I am going to make Master Duel my main game. Once I'm finished all the other uploads that I have for Link Evolution, then I'll be creating the other requests on this application so that they can actually be played with the up-to-date cards. But how the game is actually set up is that they would be having weekend tournaments, different events, and different little missions for you to do, so that you don't have to actually pay for every single thing in the game's currency. It's like the more devoted you are to the game, like the more they reward you. Because I noticed, like, as I was like, I kept on progressing and buying packs. When I went into the store, it had it where I could have gotten free packs from that pack. So like the more you play the game, the more they reward you. The more you stay active, do missions and stuff like that, you literally don't have to worry about paying for everything in the game's currency. When the updates, some you may have to, and then some you won't need to. That's how it's gonna be. You're welcome. Photons was actually one of my favorite decks to play just because of Galaxy Eyes. Like Galaxy Eyes versus trap cards, when there's a monster that's the battle is nasty. Like you just have to wait for your opponent to activate the trap, then Galaxy Eyes just to be like, nope, I'm not gonna be there for your Mirror Force, and then comes right back. And then being able to just overlay with 3 level H, draw 3 cards, and if they're monsters, your opponent takes 800 points of damage is kind of ridiculous. I really love doing that to my opponents. I think it was in Millennium Duels, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Millennium Duels, where that tag duels, I used to play Galaxy. And usually you guys don't even have to ponder this, but whoever was my teammate had to do little to nothing. Like they just literally piggyback off of whatever I did. They didn't even have to play their own cards. They just needed to, whatever I had on board, they just had to utilize. That was literally it. But what I have in the graveyard? Oh no, I don't need that to activate. That's hand destruction. But when I tag dueled on that, like it was really crazy because like when I would open up first turn, because I usually would want to go first, like by the time I'm finished building a board and setting up, like it was literally me versus 2 opponents. That's how crazy it was. I used to get mad. When I mean mad props for that. I've been saying that they need to bring tag duels back. They need to. Like, I don't know why they would even consider taking something so beautiful as tag duels away from us. I honestly don't know why. Let's see, what am I doing now? I would end up getting 2 tokens. I can make another 5. So let's do this here. AFV. We just noticed in the stream earlier this morning that they didn't have the alternative Ultimate Dragon, so they may not have all the cards in the game. So just be wary of that, because you may be looking for a specific support and it just may not be there at the moment until they update the game again. At the moment, okay, not really. I could make one. I could actually make one, but no, not at the moment. I don't actually have, like, to say, alright, yeah, this deck can just shut down all attempts. I think the closest thing at the moment that can accomplish something like that would be what's that? I just uploaded that, I think, last night. That was Subterrors. Like, just disrupt and shut down numerous attempts by your opponent. So going the Subterror route would actually be really, really good, because they play numerous traps. So if your opponent is trying to make like spells, you'd be in really good shape. And then it does play a decent amount of counter traps, so you don't have to worry about your opponent's monster effects negating those. I really like tag duels. I didn't mind having to actually carry the duel. It was just really fun to, sometimes it'll be my partner goes first. No, it would be the opposing team, right? Because I would be the last one to go. And then they would set up really good. Then my partner would go. And then he would try to do things. Try to. And it doesn't always really work out. And then then the opposing team partner would go. And then we end up in trouble. At that point, it never really worked out for us. But when it was my turn, the comeback always is in session. Always. Be able to dismantle the field, swing for big damage, and then by the time they get another turn, basically whatever I have on board, you're gonna have to encounter a decent amount of disruption. And that's what makes the game fun, being in those situations where, alright, it's all on you and you have to make those comebacks. Let's go this. I can't power up the clear wing, but wow, that's gonna be a lot. No, I'm not gonna power him up. He's gonna end up getting banned. Oh, I have to? Wow, that's nasty. Yeah, they try. You can only try, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Let's see. Okay, I do have those. Let's go here. I'm gonna be able to special summon that. Yes, you can, because some of the situations you end up in tag duels, like sometimes, because I actually was in a tag duel and I just glad that it didn't happen to me. They were playing Gravekeepers and my partner only had monsters in their hand, and they played that spell to actually dump all monsters into the grave. So my partner, when his turn started, he literally just drew one card. That's all he had. He couldn't do anything. He had the pass turn, and we were wide open. It was a good thing that they had the dual life point set to 16,000. And if they hadn't, when I actually went off on my turn, I almost did 16,000 points of damage in a single turn. And keep in mind, they did have monster bodies on board and back row. So if they didn't have to set the 16,000 or 16k, either they would have OTK'd us, and it actually worked in their Oh, sorry about that. That was the card. But yeah, like I was saying, like if it wasn't for them having the team life points to 16k, like they would have gotten OTK'd, because I think I did like 14k, because I was actually playing Red Dragon, the Red Dragon Synchro deck in that one. And yeah, you guys know the kind of damage that can do. Battle. Let's go Clear Wing. I don't mind dueling with me either. Alright, Clear Wing, go to work. Crystal, my bad. The thing is, the more skilled of an opponent you keep dueling, if you're actually paying attention to the way they play their cards and the way they combo off, you could actually improve your own dueling skills. But people just, like I say, they rage too quick, they don't learn anything, and they never really progress their own dueling skills from whatever cesspit of a garbage that they came from. They're just gonna sit there and they're gonna marinate. They're gonna marinate in that garbage, in that garbage juice that they so, I don't even know how to put it. It's like the stench doesn't even bother them that they're that horrible. Which is, I don't even know. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, if you can fart and your fart doesn't upset you, you either eating some really good food or you need to get your nostrils cleaned out, because something is really wrong with that. Stubborn ain't the word, trust me. Like, let's put it like this: 1 + 1 = 2. So if you are playing Yu-Gi-Oh to win and you keep losing, like, that's the definition of insanity, because you're doing the same thing and expecting to win, knowing that the end result is supposed to be a loss. No, it's going to be a loss. That's insanity. We need to start checking these guys in the mental institutions. We really do. Mister, trust me, they said that there are a lot of, how to put it, I don't even know if to call them beginners, but noobs in rank, so you're gonna have a field day with them. Wow, I learned something new. 1 + 1 = oh, to them. Okay, to them. All right. I just don't get it. Like, like, clearly, if it didn't work before, what would make you think it would work now? If the game was at a slower pace at the start, why would you want to play Blue Eyes at that slow of a pace, thinking that I still see players play Kaibaman and Ancient Rules? Like, seriously? You have all those stones and what's he? The level 1 that can just send a monster from the field to the graveyard, the special summon Blue Eyes monster from the deck to the field, whatever his name is. You have all kind of other utilities that you can use to get Blue Eyes on board, rather than playing what's it called, Summoner's Art to add it to your hand and then play Ancient Rules to summon it to the field. That's 3 cards you played and there's no protection on that Blue Eyes. Like, come on. Yeah, even on Link Evolution they did. Set a monster, set a face down and be like, I hope this works. Like, I kid you not. You can actually set a monster and set a face down and work. It just depends on the archetype that you're playing. Because if you're playing something like, let's say, crawlers, you can actually make that work. You just gotta make sure your crawler is face up though. But yeah, you can actually make that work. So don't sleep on the 1 monster set, 1 card face down. That can really be powerful at times. But if you're playing like the old school mechanic, no, that literally isn't going to work. Hold on, give me a sec, guys. Exactly, you can't live in the past. As the game progresses, You have to use the newer mechanics. You have to use some of the newer monsters. You don't have to use all. I've already proven to you guys that just because they have so many cards in an archetype doesn't mean that you have to play them all. Cut down to the exact cards you want to use in the archetype, build your decks and combo off. Just keep it simple. It doesn't need to become any more complicated than it already is. And when I first started playing Link Evolution, I had never Link summoned in my life. I watched the anime, so I had an idea on how the Link summoning mechanic worked. So I wasn't too far off. That is why I actually watched the anime. The only Yu-Gi-Oh anime that I haven't watched is... No, I watched 7, but just, I think, until they did that maximum summon garbage thing. But I don't think that would be affecting our state of gameplay, like how it was with the speed duel in Vrains. Like, they specifically made dual links for that, so that mechanic didn't affect the way that we traditionally duel, because the way we traditionally duel, they call it master dueling. So yeah, I do have an idea of what they're doing in 7, which, like I said, is kind of retarded, because you no longer play Yu-Gi-Oh! You basically just slap all your cards on the field so you could get 5 more cards. That takes no skill to do that. Predator plants are really good, dude. You don't sleep on them. Their engine is really good. And the fact that they can utilize Super Poly to the fullest. How do I feel about pendulum decks? The same way I've always felt. The only thing now is that it doesn't have the mass pendulum summon from the extra deck, like where you could just like pop them, put them in the extra deck, set your skill, and then pendulum them back. But you know, like it's still the same old. Let's go Con Destruction. So like it's basically like you don't really have to worry about the pendulums doing too much. Like you might see, dang, this hand is horrible. And I'm playing crawlers. Oh boy, let me see how long I can survive first. You don't really have to worry too much about them spamming the field with a bunch of pendulum monsters. Depending on what they can get on board, they can probably make a Link 3 and then Pendulum 03, but that's like tops. But when Pendulums were like first out, like in the first Legacy of the Duelist, it was ridiculous. I mean, I did not a problem. Let me put it like that. I loved playing against Pendulum decks because my preparation for them... Hold on. Wait, I think I do have that engraved. Oh no, that's Florel. Alright, that's still excellent. The preparation in the way that I build decks, like if I ever had to match up against a Pendulum deck, I would still be its worst nightmare based off of my trap lineup. Like I said, Solemns are Pendulum's worst nightmares at Bottomless and Time Space Trap Hole, and they were like my staple traps when playing. So if I match up against a Pendulum deck and I go first, like, don't Pendulum summon or you are going to lose majority of your resources, hands down. So like I explained earlier, if they Pendulum summon and I activate Solemn Strike, I literally paid 300 life points. If they Pendulum out 5 monsters, I literally would have paid 300 life points to destroy each one of your monsters. Because their summon was negated, they go to the graveyard, therefore you wouldn't even be able to Pendulum back the following turn, which hurts. The only other thing that would be on par with that would be like Time Space. The reason why I said Time Space is because it can send them back to the deck, but it's very costly. So for each monster that they would have Pendulum out, it would cost you 1,000 life points, but you have 8,000. You just need to win from that point. So if you got rid of 5 of your opponent's pendulum monsters, there's very little they could have done after that. So you should be in the driver's seat. And then the bottomless trap hole would be my third suggestion. The reason why it's third is simply because if they pendulum out monsters and their attacks aren't 1500 or higher, you wouldn't really get to destroy and banish them. So that's why that's third. Strike because it prevents the summon. Time space because once it is summoned, you can then send them back. And then bottomless, and because its criteria is 1500 or more, it just limits you to what can be destroyed and banished, unless your opponent's playing like a really strong or heavy base monster attack pendulum deck, like more of like a pendulum beatdown. So yeah, that's just my 5 cents on pendulums. Let's go with this. I would want to bring that back. Mister, that's just how it is. Like, people are gonna complain regardless of what the time is. Or you take too long, you doing this, you doing that, or hurry up, make you move. It's not my fault that I'm utilizing the time that I'm given. If I don't make my play within the time, you automatically win the duel. What they should be doing is actually praying that my timer runs out so that they can get an easy win. That's what they should be praying for. Okay, we can do that, that, and that. Alright. If they're removed from the field, so we need to be careful on that. Yeah. But I was on... Okay, let's go Quasar. Yep, it is advised that you do keep up with things. It's really important that you do. It's the only way you're gonna stay viable in this game. When new cards drop, even if you don't utilize them, and I can't state this enough, even if you're not utilizing these cards and effects, having the knowledge and understanding about how they work can help you better anticipate and predict your opponent's next move, so that you don't waste a negate on something your opponent is trying to bait you with. So you can know, hey, he could potentially have a more problematic card. Let me let this effect go through, and then I can stun that effect to keep him from getting to his end game. Let's get... regurgitate that. Striker, I will only be able to make 4. Wow. With no additional summons. Alright, we can go Converter. I don't think I can normal summon. Oh, no, I can't. I can use Converter's effect, so let's send you and add another copy of you. Alright. Alright, battle. We're starting to get that. Alright. Get to work, Liberian. Where is our direct? Wow! You're better defend yourself. Yes. Okay. Since you want to play like that. Set, pass. I probably go back to see how far they got in 7, just to see where they at and where they're going with it, because I'm really trying to figure out, you know, what route they're taking with the anime now. And then I do want to be aware of the cards that they're actually releasing and utilizing in the anime, because, you know, they have a tendency to release these things in the TCG as well as in the OCG. So you just want to be wary of those things. Endymion is kind of ridiculous to have to play against, trust me. Yep, those tax decks, they listen to me, Chain Energy. If you can get 3 copies of Chain Energy out, you know what it is to pay 1,500 life points to play 1 card. And the thing is with Chain Energy, if the effect activates in the hand, right, you have to pay 1,500 for that. And then if it have a special summon effect to bring it to the field, you have to pay another 1,500 for that same effect. Let's go jump Synchron. Closest to it out. Let's get Converter. No Quasar, behave yourself. Let's go you. And like I say, the thing that I really love about this game that wasn't in Link Evolution is the fact that you can actually select which chain you want to actually, which effect you want to go off in Link of the Chain, so you can actually chain block appropriately. No Quasar, be it. YT, let's go for let's go for Cosmic. Now look when they won't give me chain summoning. Anyway, this should end the duel. Cosmic, get out there. Not on your life. Wow, that's crazy. Well, whenever I get to rank, I'll start earning my trophies. The first priority is trying to earn as many of the cards, especially the staple cards, as humanly possible, so that when it comes time to build a really decent deck or grant you guys your requests, I can have everything at my disposal to get it done. And you guys, if you haven't already, go to the last deck request would be Subterrace and just hit like on that bad boy. We're trying to get that video to 200 likes so I can upload the next request. So let's try to get that request to 200 likes and then I'll upload the next request. Goal, let's hit the end goal and then see if we can unlock these gates. Oh wow, you living. Eggs, bacon, so where the toast? Where the toast and the hot chocolate? You can't make eggs, bacon and sausage without the toast and the hot chocolate. Let's go, fix that. Get the toast, get the hot chocolate. Now, I'm not sure how you eat your toast, but I love my toast with butter and jam. One half buttered, the next half with jam, and that tastes awesome. Yes, maple sausage really does. Really does. I had it before, but I no longer eat sausage, so yeah, I usually have to eat like turkey variants of those things. No, I'm actually from the Bahamas. Yeah, you have to have toast. You have to have toast. Like if you're doing like the only like egg combination I can see you not needing toast for is like if you made an omelet. But like if you did like scrambled egg or egg sunny side up or something like that, like toast supposed to be there. Like it should be mandatory. Like they should lock you up for making eggs without toast. They should lock you up for that. You can't eat bread? Wow. Wow. It sucks to be you. It really sucks to be you that you can't eat bread. So, wow. That's gonna cause a dramatic rift in your relationship with your woman because you don't eat bread. You have to be able to eat bread. If you don't eat a bread, another man will. You need to be able to eat bread. You have to eat bread. Must eat bread. Always eat bread. Or your woman is gonna go someplace else to get her bread eat. So learn how to eat bread. Oh wow. I'm trying to figure out how to pronounce your name. Well, I guess I'll call you Gaming. But wow. I've heard of a Caucasian. I'm not sure if I actually saw one before in real life with my own two eyes, but that's cool. That's cool that you're a Caucasian. That's cool. Is there any special benefits that come with being one? Now that steak for breakfast, that sounds nice. I think it was last week, last week Wednesday. I had steak and eggs with toast for breakfast. That really hit different. Oh boy, that hit different. Oh, you're on a keto diet. Oh. I think the keto diet is no meat, right? If I'm not mistaken, no meat. Because if the keto diet is no meat, oh boy, oh boy. Even if they are allergic to something in the bread there, well, it just depends on where you live too, because then they may not make bread in a wide variety, so that may be another thing. But if you can find a bread that you can eat that doesn't have an ingredient that you're allergic to, eat bread. Learn how to eat bread, must eat bread, always eat bread. I like mine well done. I love mine. I don't like blood in anything. So, alright. I think that says enough. Well done. Same way I like my steak, the same way I like my women. Wet and juicy. Oh, it's no bread or high carb foods. Mostly meats, zero carbs. Oh, wow. I can understand with doing certain dieting, but it's always good to check your research, because in terms of meats, especially when it comes to steak, you really want to chase that steak with red wine to help break it down quicker, because steak that stays in our system for a decent period of time. I think anywhere from about a month to 3 months, and depending on your level of activity. You really want to be careful, because you don't want to start clogging your long intestine, because what happens is it starts to then slow down your digestive process, and if your digestive process begins to slow down, you are going to gain weight. Yes, you may get swole, but what happens is you would have a lot of rotten meat in your system, and having clogged it's going to cause like clogged arteries. It's going to cause your pressure to go up, because your blood is going to be that much thicker. So you're looking at hypertension and stuff along those lines. So you're going to have to make sure that you drink a whole lot of water, stay hydrated, if you're going to be on a really hefty, meaty diet like that. and make sure you chase, especially if you're eating steak, with red wine to help break it down quicker. In regard to that, because trust me, you are no good to yourself or your woman if you're having an erectile dysfunction, or if you having chest pains, heart problems, because then that means that physically you wouldn't be able to take the kind of chafing you want to put on. That's not on any woman, but on someone's child. What you intend to put on her, you want to make sure that you physically can be able to give that to her and not crumple, because it's not you don't want to be there actually just engaging in the last time you can actually exercise your testicular fortitude, and you crumpled after that. Next thing you know, they have a hearse coming. Yeah, there is gluten-free bread. Alright, let's see how we're gonna go about this. Let's go tune in first. Yeah, guys, if you see I'm taking long, it's because I do have to mentally consider my word usage, because we're live streaming on YouTube, and you don't want to be saying too many inappropriate things. Next thing you know, they block my channel, and we don't want that. Alright, let's see where we go from here. We have a monster reborn, you have the limit reverse. We're going to have to get rid of that the magnet reverse and the doppel. Draw 2 more cards. Get rid of you. Monster reborn would always pay dividends. Let's go chunk synchron. Shimmy, you should know by now, do not come into my stream eating or drinking anything, because you just never know what words or sequence of words are gonna come out of my mouth. Because when you see I start speaking, I'm just telling you the honest truth, my opinion and my 5 cents on whatever it is I'm talking about, and whatever it is just may be funny. So we don't need you as being tallied as a death rate wherever you are. I don't even know what they would rate that. I wonder if someone crack a joke and it causes someone to choke on a piece of food or a liquid and they die. What is that considered? Is that actual murder, or is that considered homicidal or accidental death? What would that be considered? Yeah, that is true. That is true. Now that you mention it, because you said no carbs, yeah, you would be right in that aspect. But you still have to be careful. You still have to be careful. Because, like I tell everyone I come in contact with, you don't always have to stop every single thing you're doing. It's just really moderation. The only time you really want to stop is when you're trying to grasp control of a habit or a certain thing. That's when you want to actually stop, to make sure that you are firmly in control from a mental perspective, that you're sure you're making the decision, you understand the cause and the effect that it's going to have on you at the end of the day, and then you engage. You don't want to be like, alright, I have to have it, or I have to do it, or like a craving, and it just bullies you. Like every single time you feel the urge, it just snatches you by the neck and drags you outside and be like, now it's time. You don't want that, because that's an addiction at that point. You want to make sure that you are in control, consciously making those decisions when you do engage in whatever it is that you decide to engage in. No, I don't need to do that. Exactly. And sugar, not even just sugar. You know what the real issue is? The real issue is high fructose corn syrup. Those high fructose corn syrup, only your liver can actually utilize that, and only so much it can utilize. So you have to be careful with, you can use sugar. I always recommend sugar over high fructose corn syrup because only half that sugar is fructose and the other half is fructose. I think it's lactose and fructose. Anyway, yeah. So only half of that would go to your liver. Your liver would process that, and then the rest, your other systems can actually use as a source of energy. So if you're gonna use a sweetener, always use sugar and not high fructose corn syrup. So make sure you read your labels on your drinks, because when they say 0 sugar, if you know sugar in that, most likely it's high fructose corn syrup. Same thing when you're doing the pancake syrup, that's high fructose corn syrup. What's it again? It was something else I stopped using that actually has high fructose corn syrup in it. But anyway, yeah, you just want to make sure you know exactly what it is you're putting in your body, so that you don't, how to put it, subconsciously, unknowingly self-destruct. Because like I said in the previous stream, the cost of actually having a doctor to see you, that's not even the charge for him to use any of his utensils to try to diagnose you. And if he doesn't even know what's going on with you, right, that means you have to come up with some new medical terminology to define what's going on, going wrong with you. That isn't even for the test, blood work, x-ray, CAT scan, ultrasound, whatever else other tests that they can run on you besides sticking you in a microscope and stabbing you with a bunch of needles, bone marrow, to try to figure out exactly what's going on. That isn't even the cost for any of those tests, which are expensive, right? Then when they finally have an idea or grasp what's going on with you, that isn't if you need a medical or surgical procedure, which both are very costly depending on the procedure, right? Then on top of that, that isn't therapy or rehab as yet, nor your medication for afterwards. So the cost of that versus, you know, spending a couple extra dollars to eat a little bit healthier, exercise for a couple of hours, and drink a little bit more water than normal, like, that is plenty money you're gonna save. You don't want to be like, all right, yeah, let me live life now, enjoy it now, and then spend your old age spending numerous amounts of hours laid up in a hospital bed in pain, kidney failure, and all those other good stuff that go wrong as you get older in age, memory lapse. Like, that is no way to live your golden years. That really is no way. I want to live my golden years doing what I love, just playing Yu-Gi-Oh, sitting back, relaxed, chilling, playing Yu-Gi-Oh, and being able to share my experiences over the long, lengthy lifespan that I will have from playing Yu-Gi-Oh, about the different scenarios and situations, and when the game first came out, to how far I would have gotten at that point, and being able to recall all those things. Like, why wouldn't you not want to live a life like that, being able to do exactly what it is you love? Where do you want to travel? And I don't mean traveling to have to go see a doctor in some faraway country or state because the doctors where you at cannot diagnose you, which is costly, because now you have to pay for travel, for hotel accommodations, as well as vehicle. That doesn't even include food for the duration of time, and that isn't even the doctor bill yet. So you guys can see how expensive it already is in terms of health. If you keep your body, you can keep your mind. And if you keep your mind, you can keep your body. But you have to keep both and create that balance. If you neglect one for the other, I assure you, at the end of the day, you are going to suffer in one of those categories. So always create that balance. Keep your mind, keep your body, create that balance. And trust me, everything else just flows smoothly from now. Let's see, where was I at? Okay, I need to create this one. That means I would be able to summon him. And regurgitate the 3 back. Alright, that's cool. Oh, wow. I can activate my chain summoning now. Flora, get out there. Alrighty. Let's make our first. We need some field protection. Ooh, that is nasty. Okay, is he in the graveyard? Let's check. Hot dang, he is not. I would have really loved him in the graveyard. Only Doppel in there. No. Let's do this. We're gonna go Striker, banish the chain, and we are going to go, because we can regurgitate him back, and then do that. Alright. Wow, let's see if I can get that in the grave. Wow, Doppel went in the grave. Wow, they do not want to see me be great. Alright, I could go Monster Reborn, summon that, bring Doppel back, and make that. Alright, let's go Monster Reborn. Hold on, a chair? I don't know, doesn't matter. I do need him. Yeah, so when you guys see I am away from my console, usually I be making sure that physically I am in really good conditioning, which makes me even that more lovable and attractive to the ladies. So, like, one of my friends actually told me, hey, it isn't that I don't trust you with my woman. It's just I don't trust my woman when she's around you, because they can see how women react to guys with a certain level of knowledge as well as a grasp on life and of a certain level of confidence in what they're doing and saying. So, let's go Quasar. No, Shimmy, this won't. They are actually trying to. I wouldn't even say trying. They're actually using this as a platform in YCS. So yeah, don't worry about that. It won't. Okay, I can special summon that back and regurgitate that. So let's do this. Alright, let's go Chunk Synchron again. I think we can make that Crystal Wing. Wow. So don't make the crystal wing. Go for that guy. Alright. Let's draw another card. There is no such thing as a cheat day. There's no such thing. Like I stated earlier, everything in moderation. You just want to make sure that consciously, not subconsciously, that consciously you are making these decisions. You understand that you're going to engage in something, what the effect it's going to have on you, and what's the side effect that's going to transpire after you engage. You just want to make sure that consciously you are aware, you are alert, and then you can create a counterbalance to whatever the negative effect is that it's going to have on you. That's it. Most people don't or aren't consciously aware of those things, and that is where you can define a certain engagement as addictive, because usually people just be like, oh, you know, drugs are addictive. No, anything in life can be addictive. Anything in life can be addictive, including Yu-Gi-Oh! So you have to create a balance. You have to understand that you need to take breaks. You need to, you know, find another activity or something else you can do to take your mind off of that thing, where you can relax, you can be at peace, and you can enjoy yourself. And then when it's time to come back, you can carry on with your regular schedule programming. But you want to make sure that you create a balance. You always want to make sure that you create a balance. Always. That's what life's about. The scale should not always be tipped on one side. Think of it as if an ocean was underneath a seesaw. If on one side of your life was all the way up in the air on that seesaw, that means the other side is drowning, meaning that you're killing another side of yourself, and you need to create balance. You have to balance that out. You must spend time on both sides so that you don't drown on either side. I guess they use it in training to make people feel guilty. Not really to say feel guilty, but to subconsciously be like, I guess to just make them feel a little bit good, to say, all right, hey, we put in some work, and because we put in some work, it's okay to, you know, do something that we're scheduled not to do. No, you should never make an excuse to make someone feel good about something they're doing wrong. You are no better than that exact habit that they're trying to control, or something that they're trying to get under control. You do not make people feel like that. You be real with them. Hey, if I say, Shimmy, I need you for 1 week, 7 days, every single day for 2 hours. I need you to put in some push-ups, some sit-ups, go run a mile. I need you to do that for 7 straight days, so you can get a specific thing that you're trying to fix with your body, whether you're overweight, or you have trying to increase your conditioning or your aerobic capacity, whether you're trying to increase your stamina or, you know, better your strength. If I allowed Shimmy or make him feel comfortable in taking a cheat day or 2 out of that 7, my responsibility is supposed to be to get him to where he's trying to go. If I allow him to cut corners trying to get there, I'm no better than the thing that makes him, or that he's trying to get under control. I'm literally no better than that, because what I'm telling him is to actually regress than to progress. That's what I'm teaching him, to regress than to progress. So what happens is, let's say he stays consistent for 3 days, falls off another day, falls off 1 day, that would be 4 days. Then he goes consistent for 2 days, and then he falls off on the 7th day, right? What happens is, he is now training himself to be consistent for a duration of time and then fall off, versus going the entire 7 days. From a mental perspective, if you went the entire 7 days without falling off, not only do you create a strong or have a stronger self-discipline at the end of the 7 days, giving you more mental focus and awareness of your physical and of your physical faculties and capacity. But not only that, but internally, it's like you self-evolve. Like you feel the difference, that you are in control of what's going on with you, and you're now able to dictate exactly what it is you want, what it is you want to happen, and what it is you want to see manifested or created right there in front of you. Like you want something done, you want to build a chair, and you see 9 pieces of 2x4, and you turn those 9 pieces of 2x4 into a rocking chair. That is the kind of empowerment that happens when you actually stick to your regimen, or stay committed to your regimen through the entire duration, versus I'll take a cheat day here, I'll take a cheat day there, and I'll feel better. People who have done that, and this has been proven and stated, that over the duration they saw results. But due to the fact that they took their cheat days and caused regression over the long-term progression, what happens is, over a period of time, they eventually regress right back to the way they were in the beginning, which means that you wasted the entire 6 to 9 months or 2 years trying to do something and ended up right back where you started. That makes no sense. That was almost a complete another waste of time, almost. The only thing you really got out of that is the fact that you made progress in some area, and it help bettered your conditions, whether it was physically or mentally, for a duration or a period of time. And overall, it started to make you a better person, and then you just took it, and like a 3-point shot from what's his name? The best 3-point shooter in the league. I can't remember his name at the moment. Light skin should have a beard and mustache, low haircut. Anyway, yeah, that's what you did with it. You just hit a 3-pointer with all of your hard work and dedication, getting up at specific times or trying to stay committed to a specific regimen. You just took it and you just made a 3-point shot with it, straight into the garbage. And everything you did, you just made a waste of time. Like, it was almost no reason for you to have done any of those things, because you right back where you started. And what makes it worse is the fact that when you end up right back where you started, you're gonna make your situation even worse, because you're gonna slack off even more, and your situation is gonna be even worse than when you had originally intended to start. So let's say you started at let's say you are 300 pounds trying to lose weight, and you lost about 50 pounds, and you revert back, you would end up being somewhere 300 plus pounds, now having to lose even more weight than when you originally started. So I haven't watched Avatar, so I'm not even sure who that is. I'd have to go check that out. But trust me, it's always good to know. It really is always good to know. And like, especially you guys who watch my streams, sub to my channel, and support me, I want you guys to know. I want you guys to be empowered knowledge-wise, not just Yu-Gi-Oh, but in life. Because the longer life you have, the longer you can play Yu-Gi-Oh. It's no fun having a brick wall to talk Yu-Gi-Oh to. Like, a brick wall isn't even going to give me a response. But if I can empower you guys to have an even longer life to play Yu-Gi-Oh, you can imagine 10, 15, 20 years from now, we are having a conversation about Yu-Gi-Oh, and we can laugh about the things that we would be talking about right now. Like, trust me, it's just certain things that as time passes on in life, because as time does pass, a decent amount, because I can't say that all of us, a decent amount of human beings, we then start to actually value the things that we used to take for granted or didn't really appreciate in the beginning. So Avatar is really that good? See that? At least we on the same page. Oh crap! I was supposed to chain summoning in response to that. Alright, no worries. We can still chain to Formula and Hyper Liberian. I forget, once you press circle once, it is cancelled out all chainable cards. Alright. What's that? That's the TV show, animated, or is it reality based? You're welcome, Shimmy. You can get better on any Yu-Gi-Oh application if you can actually assess like the main cards that are being used, especially with the decks that are meta. And just as you deck build, you want to put in tech cards that would actually assist you with dealing with those problematic situation or cards. Oh wow, why didn't I use that for Junk Synchron? Oh well. Alright, I'll look for the cartoon show then. I just wanted to make sure because, you know, they might have another show called Avatar or something, and I just want to make sure we're on the same page in terms of show. Ah, wow. I really was supposed to have used that. I don't have a monster in hand at the moment. Alright, we can make Clear Wing first. I should have used, really should have used that to get Junk Synchron. I know what I'm going to do though. I need to draw a monster now. Alright, the last airbender, I got it. Oh, I draw into my Junk Synchron. Shimmy, join the line. Join the line. That's usually how it is in deck building. Like, the only way to find out if something can or cannot work is to actually test it out. Alright, I'll add that to my watch list on Netflix. But yeah, in terms of trial and error, that's how you find out if things can or cannot work. I need to draw another monster for 1/1 so I can get another Junk Synchron. So I am going to leave that face up. Let's go with this one. Listen to me, Nico. One time, I wouldn't say one because this happened before. I built a deck, right? And the key monsters I put in the main deck were there. When I went into the duel, I realized that I didn't even put the monster in the extra deck to summon, to use them to summon, wasn't in the extra deck. So I had them on the field and the monster wasn't in the extra deck to summon. And that was just a mental error in creation. So errors do happen. Because sometimes you may misplay cards, or you may misinterpret what a card says, and it can be costly. But trust me, there's really no need to worry about it. Things happen. No, I don't want to activate that yet. Let's get me my tokens. Draw one. Magnet reverse. Not bad. This is rough. Wow, I'd have to use my Liberian already. Alright, let's get some field protection then, since that's the case. I do need to make Junk Synchron. No, I need to get Junk Synchron, that's it. And I still haven't drawn a monster yet. Wow. Alright, on destruction. Let's get rid of droplets and gravity collapse. Okay, good. I could work with this. 1/1. Not sure what the opponent's playing, so we're gonna keep the Mark C. Let's get the Jet Synchron so we can get our... Ooh, that's interesting. We can use that for a disruptor. Draw another card and... Oh wow, that's cool. Nope. Oh wow. It was that bad that you had to close the game? Wow. That's why I said, that's why I believe that they aren't rushing to add everything into Master Duels, you know, all in one go. They want to see probably how the game responds to different combinations and stuff like that, if it would freeze or have glitches, and then begin slowly adding in the additional content for us. What's this that's going on? Oh, add to my hand. Wow, I could really use him, you know. I don't have a tune in hand at the moment. Jump, let's go. Let's draw. Alright. Let's go Dog Synchron. Oh yeah! I remember that shimmy. Oh man. Oh man. When you see players can actually do that, like that freaks other players out. Like, how the hell did he guess what I was playing? And I didn't even play a single card. The game probably wasn't ready for that turbo then. Let's see. I can go that. Alright. No. Okay. Let's do this little bad boy. Gotta get him. Use this. And him. So you telling me that this game froze when you use a turbo controller? Because if it did, make sure you report that to Konami so we don't have that reoccurring. Let's go Cosmic Blaze. No. Alright, we could set one and pass. Oh. Let's go Moxie. Not sure. You're gonna have to ask Nico. Let's neg that. I'm trying to figure what could the AI possibly be thinking about. I'm sure I even have another one in my deck. Wow. I don't want to gamble that either. And lo and behold, I didn't. Wow, good thing I didn't gamble that. No. Oh wow, that's all I have there? Yes, they do. Tokens count as monsters destroyed on field. But I don't have anything. Hold on now. That's crazy. If I don't have anything banished. But it only allow me his effect? Why? Do I have him in here still? Just make him. Yes, he is. 7, 8, 9. Alright. Hold on. Yeah. Alright. We'll do that then. Alright, like I said, the only way to know if something will work is to try it out. Benefits of eating pineapple. I know that if males consume sweeter fruits, that, let me see how to word this, that when you do bust that nut in her mouth, it is going to be a real sweet treat, and it's actually going to change the odor to a more fruity scent. Like, it's actually going to be better. Now, in terms of the actual benefits of eating pineapple, not 100% sure. I would actually have to look it up. But that's the honest truth. If males consume sweeter fruits like berries, especially if you consume berries, which are high in antioxidants, you do keep a more youthful appearance. And the sweeter fruits you eat, yes, that is the honest truth. You can Google it and check it out for yourself. So always give your lady something to look forward to. Those who like complain, hey, you know, I don't like give head and this, that, and the other. But if you give them something sweet to look forward to at the end, hey, like a lollipop. Hey, what do you say, Hoodie? Yeah, see, if once you understand the way that I take Yu-Gi-Oh, I take life the exact same way. So if you see that I actually do my research on cards, their effects, the way they work, and how they create synergy, I do the same thing with life when it comes to food, exercise, women, people in general, in terms of understanding, because you have to take into what's the word? You have to take into account that everyone ain't the same. Prophecy is different. What they were taught were different, and what they would have experienced while they were growing up would be different. So their core values, the way they think and process things, are going to be different. So you can't handle everyone the same way. So it's always good to hear from people, understand what it is, things that they like talking about, that interest them, things that may have happened to them, so you could have a better understanding of that individual, so that you don't bring up anything that may be, offensive to them, or that may trigger some past traumatic trauma that they may have experienced. And then making sure that you actually have some knowledge or advice that you can give to them, even if it's not related into the context of, like, this video is supposed to be Yu-Gi-Oh related, but someone asks a question about a fruit, and you see how I'm well equipped with the knowledge to let you know that, hey, if males eat sweeter fruit, yeah, she's going to be sweeter at the end. But it's always good to make sure that not only your card-based knowledge, but your actual knowledge with things that go on around you, as well as when you come in contact with and see that you have a certain depth to that knowledge. So basically, like, I can have a conversation about anything. I can make a cool glass of water sound like the most interesting thing in the world, because I understand the fundamental basis of how water works, the different forms it can take, its density, the way it feels when you stick your hand in it, when it runs down your hand, whether it drips off, whether the weather outside is humid or not, how wet your fingers, how long your fingers gonna stay wet if you dip it in a cup of water and then walk outside. Just having that knowledge, you can have a conversation about anything. And if you can do that, when it comes to the ladies, it's going to be a real, like, you're just gonna have words flowing off your tongue uncontrollably. But just make sure that what you're saying, it doesn't. The thing is, when you actually have a conversation with women, not everything you say remotely has to make sense. As long as it's in the context of humor, you will be fine. But you don't want to say anything offensive. Oh wow. See, this Hoodie, this is one of the things that okay, put some of this face up. This is one of the things I was talking about earlier in my stream, about making sure that you take time away from anything that's creating stress. Like, I started to get those same thinking lines that you were talking about. Mainly what you need to do is you want to tighten up your skin and you want to relax. You want to take breaks from any activity that you may be engaging in that would
actually put you in a physical state where you're actually creating those lines, or like crunching your forehead trying to process a thought or formulate something. Like, if you find yourself doing that when you're thinking, what you want to do is try to get in a more relaxed state, like lay down and then think, like look at the ceiling and then try to formulate or accumulate your thoughts and then process them. That way you don't develop any more of those lines, and it's actually going to reduce the number of lines that you're already developing, because that's how the skin works. The skin actually tightens back up when it's not being stretched out, because it's like when you go to the gym. If you go to the gym and you lift weights, what you're doing is you're swelling your muscle. To compensate for that swelling, the skin then has to stretch. When you stop going to the gym, you recede in size. That's where the muscle then reduces. What the skin does is slowly tightens back up. So because this is skin right here on your forehead, where you're getting those thinking lines, where you're actually stressing or stretching it out a bit more, what you want to do is you just want to relax so that you remove that stress, and the skin itself would naturally begin to tighten back up, and those thinking lines should reduce. You can try using some facial creams, not like what you buy in a store, but making your own creams, like from different fruits. You can actually mash them down, and you can put it on your face to dry out your skin cells. By drying out the skin cells, it's just like similar to being exposed to the cold. Anything exposed to cold, it slows down the metabolic rate, or the rate at which the molecules move. It slows it down and brings it to almost a state of dormancy, where it restricts movement and causes it to be really, really tight. If you can get that effect on your face, it's going to remove those lines as well. So using like masks or creating masks, you should be able to YouTube, creating masks, and you can make, I think it's like avocados you can mash down, maybe with eggs or something like that, and you can put it on your face, and it's going to clean out your pores. On top of that, you might, if you don't mind walking around with your face smelling like avocados and other different things, but you can actually, for a better scent, you can actually mix in some fruits into the face mask blend. So as long as you don't mind walking around with a fruity smelling face, you're fine. Walking around smelling like strawberries and cherries from the face, I don't think that's a bad thing. But you can do that so that you can tighten back up the skin, and it's going to reduce those lines. If you have wrinkles, it's also going to reduce those, and you should start seeing results within about a week or two. And make sure you hydrate and drink lots of water. Make sure you hydrate and drink lots of water, because I think the body is about 70% water, so you want to make sure that you do have a good hydration intake. Like, if I had my I haven't gotten my camera on for live streaming. I haven't gotten it as yet. As soon as I get it, you guys would see I actually have 2 gallons of water on my side. So when you hear I'm not talking, I'm probably just throwing back some water or eating some food, because I really do move from the spot once I start streaming. What's going on with Mohammed? What happened, Mohammed? I can't inform people how to help better themselves. Just like Yu-Gi-Oh! Just like Yu-Gi-Oh! That would be kind of cool if Madolce got some more support. I kid you not, Konami Masi was in the making to bore me to death with this. Crawlers. Wait till I upload that crawler deck I made. Oh boy, that's gonna be ridiculously crazy. Oh wow, they give me that right off the bat. That's good. Synchron. Doppelgrave. Wow. Wow. And here they said that the heart of the cards don't exist. We just proved them wrong. Right off a tuning, Doppel Warrior jumped straight into the graveyard. No. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to go that far first before we play Hand Destruction. Like I say, Nico, play what works for you. If Ultimate Zolkin works for you and it gets you the best win ratio, you play that. Like, I've even had people when, after I made decks, right, I upload them, and they would go there and they would play the deck, and they would have issues with the deck saying that they didn't get the kind of hands that they saw I got. I actually proved it in multiple live streams playing the same deck, that almost every single time, that's just the hands that I was given. And so our luck may differ in that regard, so just play what works for you. So if you're going to main Zolkin, I recommend utilizing the Scapa and Scarecrow, because once that trap flips, negates the attack and resets itself, you're going to get another free synchro from your extra deck during that turn. So make sure you main at least 2 to 3 of those Scapa and Scarecrows. Oh wow, that's cool. Okay, I don't have that one yet. Should I add him? No, because I don't have that one yet. No. Alright. Yes. Wow, no. I'll save that for if I do draw it, then I can just chain link it. Let's get him out. Wow, still haven't gotten that yet. Alright, let's make our first monster. We're gonna go for board protection because we don't know what that face down is. So the first time any of our cards would be destroyed, they are not. Let's draw again. Wow, they ain't giving me no soup. Alright, let's do this thing right here and add. Let's add our strong synchron. Alright, now we're gonna go Hand Destruction. Gonna send him and Doppel Warrior. Let's see if we can get that now. Still no soup. Wow. They carried me hard this rush. Alright, I can bring him back, but he can only make a 7. So we just battle. Not even sure how many chains. Not sure. Wow. 2400? Huh. Wow. That hurt. Alright. Not even gonna activate that. We're gonna start off with strong synchron. Wow, what all do we have in the grave? Regurgitate that. I'd be able to get him back and get him back. What else I have? Let's bring back Doppel. No. Okay, if I go 5, I love 2 negative. Let's do this one. I'm gonna go him. Him. And him. Let's go formula. No, not yet. All right, let's make Quasar. Wow, now look when you'll finally give me the card. Anyway, shouldn't matter at this point. Cleared everything in that. New gate options are available. Gift of the Martyr. Oh wow. Wow. And only because they given me 3 of certain cards and I can scrap them so I could generate other cards. Only reason. Only reason. I don't want to hear no story on Ibli. Just give me the card.
wow, I entered the duel. Oh snap, why didn't they choose my deck? Oh, all there. You're trying to swing me. Wow, this is what they give me? Alright, let's go for the most important card. We can set this. Yeah, we can set this. And now turn. Oh wow, that's what this guy is playing. Why, when he said the card, it didn't ask me to activate Master's effect? This, oh boy. I really need to check the prompt settings for that. Converter. Synchron. Two, one. Down synchron. Iberian. There we go. Now that made sense. Now, punish that. Need to make our first 5. If I don't, I wouldn't be able to chain. Crap. And draw. Alright. Let's go Quasar. Draw. Excelente. That's all of the cards for you. Needed him. Needed him. So they talking about wow. That's dangerous. Let's make him first. Then we're gonna do this. Fetch him. We're gonna make him. Alright, let's make myself. Alright, now we can synchro and make satellite warrior. Mac Knight? Yeah, I could use a new mic. But just now, I did intentionally unplug it just now. What was I using? What do you mean? Wow, I hate comboing off like this. I really do. Anyway, let's go. Oh no, headphones, but my headphones doesn't have a mic, so I reconnected my mic. One or three. That is interesting. We can go three because we have a monster reborn. We go 4, 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Alright. Let's go. I said draw 2 there. We can go 7 and save that for later. No, we can go 6 now. Let's draw 1. And get the next down synchron. That's what you want to give me? Okay. Let's go Monster Reborn. Need to make a librarian. Let's go. We could go convert and make another 5. Alright, let's go converter and make another 5. Foolish. Let's drop Doppel in there. We don't need that in hand. Alright, let's go. We can go Satellite Warrior and Clear Wing. Let's go Clear Wing first. whenever I can accumulate the spare time to actually be able to play it, yeah. But right now, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is life. Nope. Draw that. Tuning. Oh, that's what we have. Let's get the 2. Alright. Then make Satellite Warrior. Most games around that genre usually are. If I go Doppel, wow. I could make another 5, but I don't have the actual. I don't think Crystal Wing is made yet. Let's go. Level 1 tokens. Okay, I think I'll do that then. No. Of course. Oh boy. And I think I have a level 4. I can make him a 1. Reduce. And I get synchro summon again. So formula finally. Striker, that. Alright, cool. I can make that and that. But that wouldn't regurgitate that. Oh boy. That. Yeah, because you no more in the deck. Wow. Wow. What was I doing? Let's see what we can even synchro into. Only 2 5s. Oh, this is depressing. Let's go. If I go speed up, we can. Anyway, we'll save it. If we need to regurgitate something into the graveyard anyway. Let me make that now, draw 1. We can go this one. Hand destruction. They don't want to see me do great. Let's dump 2 more in there. Floral and the converter. Wow, look when they won't give me magnet reverse. But yeah, just about the nick of time. You don't know how to turn with that.
Should be in good shape. Oh. Come screaming to the field as if he can do something. Okay. Clear wing back. Draw. Now you want to give me reinforcements to the army? Okay. Let's go magnet reverse. Let's go. We don't know what any of those face downs are. No, you playing mathematics. Alright. Shouldn't be no mirror for us. What do we have here? Check synchron's effect can still activate. And we do have another another level 1 token on board. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go check. Send that to the grave. Regurgitate our check synchron. Make another formula. Because baby formula is the way to go.
Baby formula can be. And 2 more cards always seems appropriate. Nope. One. Alright, that's still good enough. Alright. He has no monsters on board, so we can make this guy. Bottom. Let's go create our in this. Oh, you want to roll, Shimmy? What the hell are you trying to prove? Negate that. No. Right? On some days, you really do need the luck. Alright, World Legacy, World Shield. Oh boy, what we get there? So we unlock this gate. Shimmy, that hurt all my heart that Zexel is banned. That really did. I didn't see a need for him to be banned though. I mean, you could argue he should be banned. I kid you not, because that his effect is really OP. Yep, just about done. This should be the last one. And then it's just a couple of more duels where you have to open those gates within the others that I have to complete, and then try to do some things online. Yeah, I mean, I just saying, you know, you could argue that he should be banned, that's all. I'm not saying that he shouldn't have gotten banned. I'm just saying that, yeah, you could make an argument for him being banned. Yeah, but how the crafting system work, like, you have to dismantle ultra rares in order to try to craft another ultra rare card. And the cards that a lot of us need a lot of them are ultra rare, so like ultra rare isn't something you're just gonna pick up just like that. So even though the crafting system is good in that way, the mere fact is also you can't dismantle certain cards at all. When I was trying to do it earlier this morning, it wasn't allowing me to dismantle them ultra rares to obtain other ultra rares. So that's another downside to the crafting system. You can't dismantle certain ultra rares, super rares, and stuff like that to get the actual desired cards you want. Hold on, let me see if I can accept the request. Hopefully my net doesn't I thought I joined the party. So why? Join okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Perfect. Hey, everybody.
Make sure you check your settings that yours can actually be heard within the party while on the stream.
I feel nervous.
It's alright. It isn't like you're live in front of an entire YouTube audience that can rewatch the stream at any desired time. It's alright.
My voice is shared on broadcast, so yeah. Hey, everybody.
Alright, they should be able to hear you.
Right now, I'm on my PlayStation 4. I have a different console I'm playing games on. I already have a pendulum deck made on it.
Alright.
And it's pretty decent so far. It's just, I made a broken deck that could summon Zark in one turn.
Alright. I mean, I guess some words are thrown around more often than not. But if you say it's broken... No, I'm just saying, if you say it's broken, we will go with that until it
Okay,
can...
I'm sorry. Let me refrain. It works to a certain point.
Okay.
It can be broken if used correctly. It's not like something you could like magically use every card in ways that you can't expect it, you know? There's no such thing. You have to use, as Dabna says, gotta use them in a certain way. And you gotta test out combinations. Always experiment with decks is always what I say.
Exactly. I just was saying that earlier. Why should me? They need to make me a banner for real.
I heard that Zexal is banned.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, I understand why. Like, you can always make your opponent's turn be like, no, you don't get to play.
Sorry, but I was laughing at the comment in the stream.
I mean, I completely understand.
No, I mean, I wasn't laughing at what you were saying. It was when someone else typed.
No, I heard. No, I like it when people laugh. I'm a good commentator.
Let's see.
So, like, on my PlayStation, I haven't even gotten close to finish. On my Xbox, I have already made a deck, and I'm in bronze, about to be in silver. Competitive play. Like, there's a lot of noobs out there who don't know how to play, just grabbed it.
Yep, I've already gotten the complaints on those set of individuals already. I really ain't too interested in dueling them. I really want someone worth the challenge.
Who's worth the challenge, yeah. But at the same time, I'm thankful because I get to fight those guys. I'm kind of one of those guys that just wants to win, just wants to go through the ranks, wants the money. I don't care who I face. Unfortunately, that's how I am sometimes.
It's okay. It's good to have parameters around your priority for things you want, because it's like walking.
It's I forgot to mention. The thing I mentioned last time in your last stream, the player ID thing.
Oh, I just noticed that afterwards when the game start, it is be like on the main screen.
Yeah, there's like a player ID thing, and then like you can friend other people from all over the world. That's how they do it.
Oh,
and including consoles.
I gotta figure out how to do that.
Trying to. Oh no, I can tell you like after you're done. Like just tell me when you're done, and I could tell you.
Alright.
Jeez, teaching the pro to do something, that feels so rewarding.
Hey, I do not know it all. I do not. I do experiment, and there is trial and error. I do not know it all, guys. But there is trial and error.
He's not know it all. He's really good, though. I've been his fan since, like, he made, since the Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy. Like, I've been there since the Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy, how he made Zark, and I remember how he made the, my ridiculous requests. My Blue Eyes, Galaxy Eyes, Blue Eyes deck, and my Red Eyes, Odd Eyes deck. Maybe it'll work. He tried. He successfully made a Blue Eyes, Galaxy Eyes deck. I don't know how consistent it was.
Oh, you didn't
remember?
Oh, I just gonna say, so you didn't go and watch the video then?
No, I watched it. I'm just saying, I don't, like, you never said how consistent it was.
Oh, it was really consistent. Like, you just literally go off, especially once you make the fusion play to bring 2 Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragons to the field. Then you can exceed. Like, it really
so
was consistent.
So you can both fusion and exceed.
Yep.
Huh, that's actually pretty cool. I mean, I saw it, but like at the same time, it's just sometimes, you know, like it's been so long. There is just no excuse here. You gotta watch it to be able to know.
Let's go.
I'm surprised at how well they made the decks of like your starter deck. They made it where you could perfectly exceed synchro or well, there's no fusion, I don't believe, but there's link monsters you can use.
Well,
they made it so perfectly balanced in the starter deck. Of course, it's still a starter deck. It's not anything broken, but at least people can learn before getting to the tutorials.
Well, I already deleted all of those. I have no interest in any game starter deck. The only starter deck that I kept was the one from Link Evolution, and the only reason I kept that is for fun purposes. So if someone's like, Dabna, I want to duel, I'll probably just test how good I can play the starter deck out versus whatever they would want to come at me at. So, like, you know.
I get what you mean. You're using that as like a test, like, how well can you do?
Yeah.
Against my deck, will he fail or will he win? So on my Xbox, like I said, I'm about to become a silver elite. It's just there's some people who know the game, like playing Machina. Someone play, yeah, Machina. I'm actually made a deck that can consistently summon, you know, the Cyber Dragons, the Cyber Darks.
Yeah.
I made a deck that's so consistent that it can summon Cyber End Dragon, or well, not Cyber End Dragon, Cyber Darkness End Dragon. That's what its name is.
Oh wow!
Do you know what that is? Yeah.
No,
it's so
I know of Cyber Dark Dragon and Cyber End, but not Cyber Dark End Dragon.
No, well, there's Cyber Darkness Dragon and there's Cyber Darkness End Dragon. These two are like the new Cyber Dark cards. There are fusions, and they have a lot of Cyber Dark support.
Oh.
And it's really good. Like, the Cyber Dark support comes with 2 kinds of dragons and a new, you know, dueling while thinking and talking at the same time is not so easy.
Nope, it really isn't.
A lot of people expect it to be like, hey, why don't you talk to me? Well, buddy.
I'm trying to process
you should try
things.
it yourself. Yeah. Do you know sometimes you laugh like Dracula from the show Sesame Street?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I neglected to mention it without, like, I didn't want to harm your feelings, but you know, it's just how it is.
Listen to me. However you feel about something, you express that. That's you. I'm not gonna feel offended by the way that you feel about something because that's you. That's how you express something that relates to you.
That's a mature point of view, man.
Like, I can't, and I shouldn't be upset with the way that you view something. I just made this point earlier in the stream. You have people from different regions all around the world who have different brought-up-sees, who experience different traumas and situations in life.
High brain functioning, low brain functioning, autism, disability, so on and so forth.
Exactly.
You can't be upset with people.
Exactly. Like, if that's how someone relates to something, you just need to understand that's how that particular individual works. That's
nowadays. Like, it's unfortunate how, like, people are so, like, how society works. You know. It's just so sad. Anyways, enough of society. This is Yu-Gi-Oh! Why are we talking about society?
Because it kind of does fall back in line with Yu-Gi-Oh! To an extent when dealing with other duelists and players and those who are in the stream. Because you do have to be relatable to just about every walk of life when you have people to interact with. Hey, what you say, Rose? Because see, I don't know where Rose is from. Rose only typed 2 letters in there in the comment section by saying hi. So I need to be able to relate to Rose. When Rose says, hey, Dabna, X, Y, and Z, I need to be able to say A, B, C so that we can get on the same page.
Are you a teacher by any chance? That should be your next job you need to roll to.
Negative. Teaching is stressful. Teaching is stressful.
But hey, it could be rewarding.
I'm good. I mean,
teaching people how Yu-Gi-Oh!
I just gotta say that I do teach people how to play Yu-Gi-Oh!
Duel Academy, let's go, boys. Come in, chat. And guess who's the new teacher around here, Dabna? He's no longer Kaiba or the principal. Oh, I forgot his name, Professor something.
What's his name? You talking about from GX? Who's wearing the blue tarp thing?
Yeah, I don't remember his name. It's not Crowley.
Yeah, Crowler. That's it. Chancellor Crowler.
No, he's not the principal.
He ain't the principal. He's the chancellor.
Yeah, he's a chancellor. No, he's not the chancellor either.
Yeah, he's the chancellor. Love you too, Rose.
Chat, look me up. I want to prove this guy wrong. I don't think so. It just you know what? Let's disagree to disagree.
Or Shepard is the chancellor. So what was Crowler's position?
Shepard was the chancellor. I knew it.
So what was Crowler's position? Because he was always around there, walking around like some
I think he was
mental
a teacher.
fruit basket. Anyway, let me stop because in the last stream, when I started to break down Yu-Gi-Oh, people started to look at Yu-Gi-Oh in a whole different light, and I just told them that because at the time when you would have watched it, your mind wasn't focused on all of those little things that were going on, and I don't want to corrupt anyone's perception of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Anyone's innocence to Yu-Gi-Oh.
Exactly. We're just gonna let it be a child's game that just got taken really seriously and leave it right at that.
Serious toll. Yeah, man.
Because if I break it down, y'all would be like, oh, wow.
What is this? This is no longer Yu-Gi-Oh! It's freaking, what was the word?
Yes, it did. This is my
mathematics,
deck.
not mathematics. Wait, what synchro deck you playing? Hold on a minute.
I'm playing the Questa version, one that can actually synchro the level 12s.
Oh shit!
Wow, this is a horrible.
Pardon me.
Do that.
I can still say that right now, right?
If you can.
Okay, so no cursing. Got it.
Yeah, let's try to.
Notes.
Yeah, let's try to be mindful of the audience. And
I'm very not. I'm new to this, guys. Don't bully me in the comments. I'm a newbie.
So even my choice of words, I also have to make sure that I watch my choice of words.
Dog. Seriously, who uses that? Hot dog? He did this as if you were trying to say something else. Wink, wink.
Yeah, that's what you do. You substitute in words to try to compensate for what you're actually trying to say that can be relatable to the audience, so that they know what you're saying, but it's not gonna violate any terms in terms of you not respecting.
That's understandable. You're a smart man. You should own a business. I already said you should own Konami. Konami's doing such a terrible job.
Listen to me. If they were to let me into Konami's doors to work on their projects, I can assure you guys would have the best of the best.
Are you sure you can back that up? Are you sure you can back that up?
100%, 110%. I even pitched one of my concepts in my last stream, and numerous people loved it.
Unfortunately,
So
I didn't see it like to the full extent. I only got to watch so much until the internet was bumped down because of the winter or the cold. So I didn't really get to see it. Sorry, bud. You know, I wish it was something like rewarding as overkill, like killing your opponent with some overkill damage.
that's the reason why I summon so much and try to hit my opponents with as much damage as possible, because I would assume if you have a point system, if you can inflict over 8,000 points of damage, you should get a bonus for that. Like, that's just how I feel.
I mean, hey, have you seen the card game called Inscription?
No. The
Okay,
only
well,
card...
there's some YouTubers who, like, played the game. I think you should watch it. It's really interesting.
The only real card game that I know of is 21, Uno, and Yu-Gi-Oh! They are only 3 card games I know. I kid you not.
For a guy who knows how to play cards, you only three games, huh? You don't even know poker?
Poker, I played it before, but to say really know it in depth, not really. Not really. But like,
Man, you're more innocent than anyone would think.
I try to be flexible, but you know, Yu-Gi-Oh has me in a life and death situation. Like, I'm committed to Yu-Gi-Oh. Literally, that vow on the wedding day that says "Until death do us part." That's me and Yu-Gi-Oh.
Well, I hope you have a lovely life.
I will. Looking for it to be long, prosperous, and able to share some memorable moments of how I'm doing the current things from now, and tell stories about how Yu-Gi-Oh first started and how the intricacies of the game were really slow.
So you've been playing ever since it first started, is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah. Not competitively, but I was still playing the game.
So you played ever since before there was special summoning?
Yeah, what you mean? The game was so slow? Like, you literally had to utilize equip cards and your trap cards. Like, you had to. Like, Axe of the Spear, hands down, one of the greatest power-ups back in the day of all time. There's nothing like turning a 1500 beat stick into a 2500 beat stick. That was the only way you could really match up against cards like Summon Skull and Dark Magician.
What about Blue Eye? Oh, Summon Skull I think is more of the competitive card. What about like Jinzo or Blue Eyes?
If you're staring down the barrel of a Blue Eyes, you surrender. If you don't have a Blue Eyes, you surrender. Because the only card at the time with 3,000 attack points, Blue Eyes. Then it was Dark Magician, Summon Skull. They didn't even came out with a lot of the other normal monsters.
I think you got it backwards. It's Summon Skull then Magician, because Magician costs 2 tributes, right? So
yeah.
So I would say, like, because Summon Skull will be second to me, because, I mean, I understand 2 tribute monsters are better, I guess, in some points of view back then.
Yeah, but back then.
To me, I feel like Summon Skull will be better because it costs 1 tribute and it's a 2,500 beat stick.
Yeah, it would be. It honestly would be. Oh wow!
I think Jinzo would be a big problem against almost every deck back then because it negates traps.
If I go Monster Reborn, he would come and I would need another level 2. So
how's that Synchro deck going?
Level 2. Formulating the plan right now. Okay, that could work. So we're gonna go Jet. We're going to send the toning from my hand to the grave.
Let me just see if Cyber Dark is in the game because
Doppel.
No, not Cyber Dark. Cyber Dark Dragons, the new support.
We discovered that the alternative Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon isn't in the game, so
Say what?
Don't the alternative Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon isn't in the game, so
No, I heard that. I'm like, why?
Don't know. Maybe for a future update, they may try to see how the game works with the card database it has now before they update it.
Dragoons in the game?
Huh?
Okay. When you get to decks, look up Red Eyes Dragoon.
That's
or Foreign Dragoon.
That's
that's banned. But Blue Eyes isn't in there? That makes no sense.
Like I said, they're just probably testing it at the moment to see how it functions before they, incorporate every single thing. So I guess just be patient with them, and they're gonna work on the kinks, because there is no feature for side deck. So
yep, it's in here. Cyber Darkness Dragon's in here, but not Cyber Darkness and Dragon. Interesting.
No, I don't need that. No.
Alright, my mom's right now coughing. So they don't have cards out yet. Oh, that's gonna suck.
Well, at least that's the only card we noticed so far, because Blue Eyes player was trying to, I guess, incorporate it into their strategy. So, yeah.
So Cyber Darkness and Dragon's not there, nor is there a continuous spell, which is really good.
You said they aren't?
Oh no, two cards are not in there. Cyber Darkness and Dragon, and the continuing spell called Cyber Dark Realm. And there's another card that's called Cybernetic. Cybernetic, like this card is supposed to be like a
what
broken.
I don't understand about this game is
I didn't hear you. What?
I say what I don't understand about the game is I just activated my monster effect in the graveyard, right? And it didn't allow me to chain Moxie's effect to his activation, so I could use my chain summon it. I'm trying to figure out why is that not happening. I'm supposed to be able to activate in response to my card's effect. After this, I need to check my settings, because I honestly don't understand why that's happening.
So I usually use the Cyber Dragon Nastier and Hertz, because those two are great together. There's this card named Cyber Dark Chimera, Cyber Dark Realm, and Cybernetic Horizon. This card's the MVP of the whole deck. It's a spell that allows you to send 2 dragons or machine cyber monsters with different attributes to the graveyard. Add one of the types, each from your hand and deck. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. Send 2 dragon and or machine cyber monsters with different attributes to the graveyard, one each from hand and deck. Add 1 dragon or machine cyber monster from your deck to your hand. And if you do, send 1 machine cyber fusion monster from your extra deck to the graveyard. Which is really good. That should be not allowed. And then you have Cyber Dark Realm. When this card is activated, you can add 1 Cyber Dark monster from your deck to your hand with a different name from the cards in your graveyard. During your main phase, you can immediately after this effect resolves, normal summon 1 Cyber Dark monster. If you equip a monster from your graveyard by the effect of Cyber Dark monster that activated when normal special summon, you can equip from your opponent's graveyard instead. So those 2 are really good. And then if you look up Cyber Dark, you'll find the other 2 cards like Cyber Dark Cannon and Cyber Dark Claw. So the main point about this deck is you send as many Cyber Dark monsters to the graveyard, use Cyber Dark Chimera's effect to add Power Bond in your hand, add Fusion Summon from the graveyard, summon Cyber Darkness Dragon, and then equip it with Cyber End Dragon. And what Cyber Darkness End Dragon does is you can special summon it by attributing that monster with Fusion equipped with Cyber End Dragon.
Oh wow, that's
this
a
card-
big attack boost.
What do you mean? Oh, do you talk about Cyber Darkness and Dragon?
Yeah,
Or Cyber Darkness? No, Cyber Darkness, that's a big attack boost.
that's what I'm saying. That's a big attack boost.
Yeah, and its effect is like you can send the equip card you control to the graveyard and negate the activation of a card, which is not that good. But Cyber and Dragon is really good on the other hand, because unaffected by your opponent's card effects or activate effects. You can see where I'm going here.
Yep.
Once per turn, you can equip one monster from either this graveyard to this card. Already says broken. This card can attack a number of times each battle phase up to the number of equipped cards to it.
Oh wow, nice chain.
So this card has 5,000 attack. And you just have a major beast deck that is unaffected by card effects, activated card effects. It can attack twice. And it can't be Nibiru. So like even like after that I could just go ahead and if I wanted to I could also get Cyber Infinity Dragon. Yeah, Cyber Dragon Infinity Dragon out so I can be able to negate cards and suck them up. I have Mega Fleet Dragon so I can be able to kaiju my opponent's extra monster zone. I have Nibiru in my deck to Nibiru his cards. I have a kaiju, like the Star Destroying kaiju in my deck because it's a machine. It kaijus, of course. So what that does is it allows me to summon Chimera Attack Fortress Dragon from my opponent's field. And so that's the main point of this deck. And I have Ash Blossom Joyous Spring. And if I want to end the game immediately, like I already have a way to get around like 2 ways or 3 ways. Ameritech Rampage Dragon, as you already know. And Cyber End Dragon. Cyber End Dragon to me is the safer bet. While Ameritech Rampage Dragon is the if you want to end it quickly.
Wow, my opponent hit me with an A block. Wow.
Are you doing like ranked or?
No, just the AI.
Wow.
Wow, it's correct. And I have to put my hand on my deck.
So my deck just allows me to play however I want to. Oh, I have Lightning Storm in my deck too. So I literally every way I can break my opponent's. So the whole point is break my opponent's board, then summon as many cards as I want to, or summon my boss monsters without restraint. So I'm hoping for an update where I can summon Cyber Darkness and Dragon and have all the support.
Wow, I have to spend my monster rebound on that. Wow. Alright then.
I like how you early off like be able to get all the be able to spend it for cards.
I didn't hear you.
Pardon?
I said I did not hear what you were saying.
I said I like how you can be able to spend your points or whatever they're called, like, you know, to craft cards.
Oh. I mean,
early because you could earn it and then be able to make it.
I mean, the thing is, you can only dismantle certain cards. If you could have dismantled every card to generate whatever you wanted, that would have been really good. But the fact that you can't do that, that hurts, because I couldn't dismantle a lot of cards. So what?
I don't want that card. I want. I'm surprised.
Shimmy, you say you open
Hertz
Cyber's
and...
lock flashbacks? Go ahead, what you say?
No,
Go ahead.
I didn't say anything. What did you say?
No, I was talking to someone who commented in the comment section.
Huh. One horn, one edge. 3 cannon. 3. Okay. What else do I have? Do I need?
I think I did play the chain summon in my next strong synchron. Oh, you talking about? Yes, I did. I did. Oh, I was trying to make another version that's even dirtier than that, just a little bit dirtier than that. I didn't get around to it because I was working on a few of you other guys' requests, so I actually supposed to complete that, and that's a real nasty lock. I assure you of that. Nasty. Let's see. Strong synchron again. Need to make another 5.
So when is the next update of the game? When was?
No earthly idea at the moment. My prediction for next update would be somewhere within the first 2 to 3 months, because there are some glitches, and I saw that they put out a survey report. They did give us some points for if you did the survey, so I would assume that you can look for another update 2 to 3 months from now, or every time they would update the ban list, then we should be assured to get another
So what
update.
we're gonna do? Are we gonna make sure that we can dismantle more or earn more by dismantling, or?
Not sure which route they're gonna take, but we'll just have to see how they go about it with the whole process. Because right now, like I say, they're just testing out things before they add more and reconstruct the whole dynamic of the game in terms of how it plays, how it feels, because not just my feedback, but they're getting feedback from, everyone else. So based off of everyone's input, that determines just how much they do in making changes to the game.
So what else do I need? I need Ash. So would you prefer Effect
Wow.
Veiler, or would you prefer...
Go ahead, I listen to it.
What do you... Would you prefer Effect Veiler, or would you prefer Impermanence?
I always prefer Impermanence over Veiler because of its versatility. Being able to be activated during you and your opponent's turn, like you can't go wrong with that. And then Impermanence cannot get called by the grave, so you don't have to worry about call by the grave stopping your Impermanence. The only thing that Veiler has over Imperm is if you're playing like how I'm playing a deck that uses Junk Synchron, I would actually want to use Veiler to negate so that I can go Junk Synchron, revive the Veiler to trigger Doppel's effect with my hand, and then I could just synchro off and go off with my combo. So it's just certain exceptions depending on what deck you're playing, because like if you're playing like Invoked, you would actually want to use Veiler over the Imperm because Veiler's a light monster. So if you go Alistair, get your spell card. If they activated, I forget the name of the trap that turns your monster face down permanently. But if they turn them face down, you wouldn't be able to link into the Almirage, into Secure Gardener to be able to make your Macabre. So if you use Veiler's effect and they put him face down permanently, you can then just fusion him with the Veil in the graveyard and still make your Macabre. Same thing with Shaddolls. You want to utilize cards with different attributes, decks that do that. All fusion engines are similar. No, not Book of Moon Shimmy. It's a trap card that turns your monster face down permanently, not the Quaking Mirror Force. It's a trap hole. It's a trap hole. I just was playing it in the Trap Tricks deck.
Yeah, I know what it's called, Floodgate.
Yeah, Floodgate Trap Hole, that.
I usually like playing that. Really good card. It doesn't like not many people would be able to play around that.
Only really tribute and fusion based decks can get around that, because once your monster face down, like, it's kind of hard to get it off the field at that point.
Yeah, I mean, dark monsters on the field face down. Does it? Speaking of which, would Starring Venom be able to use those dark monsters face down?
Yes, as long as they're on the field and they're dark, you get your Starving Venom.
Okay, just good to know now.
Yep.
So have you gone around watching any movies yet?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Any you're looking forward to watch?
If they bring out a new Yu-Gi-Oh movie, probably that.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Act to the end, huh?
I told you, this right here is Until Death Do Us Part.
So you're a mega Yu-Gi-Oh! fan, huh?
Not really. It's just that right now, majority of my life is consumed by Yu-Gi-Oh! So if it's not really Yu-Gi-Oh! Related, you know, I'm not gonna really be taking notes. Like, it would really have to jump out the screen and capture me to be like, watch this. Like, if they came out with another John Wick movie, I would watch that.
Okay. That makes more sense to me.
Wow, that's interesting. Let's see.
Oh, I spelled that wrong.
I can make it 8 now and bring him out. You would have no use on this.
Right now, I can't really play my broken deck right now.
Yeah, don't feel bad. I can't play my Raid Raptor deck at the moment either.
You mean with Raiders Night?
Yeah, I think I placed a copy of that in my deck. What the crap is this? Oh, special summon herself to my side of the field. Okay, I don't have a problem with that.
I like Raiders Night. I also like Ark Rebellion. It just grows. It could get all the way to 68,000 attack points.
68,000 or 6,800?
No, 68,000.
6-8 with a comma and then 3 zeros? Wow. Wow. I see they have the number imaginary 1,000, because inspired, which I was supposed to do in Link Evolution to see how strong you can actually get a monster on board. But
Okay,
to see
so
if you
the
can
reason
break the
why I was able to
100,000
calculate
limit.
this is if you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, about 14 cards that are 5,000 attack, plus the 3,000 arc. So do the math here. Let's have 10,000, which would be, or 10 times 5 would be 50. So you put 3 extra zeros, so that'd be 50,000. 55, 60, 65, 70, 75,000, 80,000. So I'm wrong. It would be 83,000.
83?
Yep, it would be 83,000. And including negating all effects on the field. And just in case I'm wrong, I'm gonna get my calculator.
Alright, I can Moxie revive. I hate comboing off like this.
I'm wrong, it was 70,000. So, like 15. So it would be 73,000, not 83. $73,000. Good God. And that's just from Arc Rebellion's effect, and icing on the cake would be its effect to like negate all face-up effects. Because Rebellion's effect, Arc Rebellion's effect kinda is like Rebellion, except this Xyz summon card cannot be destroyed by effects, which relates to Raider's effect. You can detach one material from this card. This card gains attack equal to the total original attacks of all other monsters on the field. Then, if this card has a Dark Xyz monster as material, negate the effects of all other face-up monsters on the field. After this effect resolves, he cannot declare attacks with other monsters for the rest of this turn. So basically, this card can attack with 73,000, OTKing with a lot of overkill.
That ain't overkill. That's people who owe you duels. The moment that duel start, it's supposed to say you win.
Oh no, it's just not. It's not winning. It's brutal death. It's a slaughter. It's a massacre. It's a genocide.
Let's go.
Because how many people life points, which is usually 8,000, right?
Yep.
That would take out too many people. Alright, hold on. How would I do this?
In the graveyard, no.
I forgot how to calculate how many people. Wait, you know what? I can just add up. It would be about 8 people, 8 to 9 people destroyed.
Wow.
Nope, it would be 9 people with 1,000 life points over. I use a calculator, I just remembered how. So somebody would take the burn and like watch how like 9 people died. A slaughter of people died.
You would have made you if you were in the anime playing that, if you were in anime playing that, I think that's Arc V. You would have been excellent soldier for the fusion dimension.
I don't know. It would do more than just slaughter. No, if Yuto really played Arc Rebellion, Xyz Dragon, I think he'd annihilate the whole fusion dimension.
Oh boy.
And Yuto won't be. I mean, it wasn't Yuto. Yeah, it was Yuto. And then Yuri won't be able to do a thing about it because of his fusion monsters. Can't really do much about it.
Well, actually, you have to scratch that. Considering that all four of them are one and the same, that most likely wouldn't even happen. They would most likely fuse with each other. So you're just gonna have a situation on your hand that's unmanageable.
I mean, there's already a new card of Starving Venom Fusion Dragon.
Yeah.
That is so broken. Like, Arc Rebellion, now the Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. And then we have Clear Crystal Wing Dragon, which is a monstrosity. If Zark really knew how to combine these cards together, he would have really powerful, like more stronger than his original deck. To king my ass.
Wow. This is a dilemma.
And
dang, that's the card that should be in your Port of Advice. Ah, wow. Why is that not in here? How could you forget such a staple card, Dabna? Oh boy. What am I doing now? Trying to survive? Okay, now I need to synchro. Make something sensible. Synchron.
I wish I had the DDD like in solo. I really enjoy the stories. What do you think about the stories?
Hold on. You aren't talking about Master Duels, eh?
I am talking about Master Duels.
And you're telling me that you are actually enjoying the stories in solo mode?
Yes.
Alright, officially we need to check you into a mental institution. I said this in my last stream. I do not enjoy the stories. I don't think you have to be the only exception of an individual who actually enjoying the stories, because I hate them. I honestly hate them. This is like mental torture for me.
I mean, it tells you their background.
That's okay. It has nothing to do with me physically playing Yu-Gi-Oh!
It just, to me, they have like an interesting concept to each monster. I like the lore.
That's okay. I'll pass on all the lore.
Ever since I've seen the lore of how Dark Magician and
Alright, Jimmy.
Buster Blader.
Later.
And also Buster Blader with what was his name? Buster Whelp. Was that no Destruction Whelp or whatever its name is? You remember the synchro card of the Destruction Whelp?
Yeah.
Ever since I saw that story, I was like, wow, this is actually pretty cool. It was like a 45-minute long story because each card had a story behind it.
Story.
Well, it's because there's a lot of cards symbolizing what each and every one of them are about. No, it was including the Dark Magician and how like Buster Blair and Dark Magician work together and fuse together to create Dark Paladin. What was it? Was it Dark Paladin? You know, the fusion of Buster Blader and Dark Magician?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. like how they talked about all that, and they were apparently pupils to the Endymion or what? Endymion. That's his name, right?
Endymion?
Endymion. Yeah,
Who?
that's it. Like the guy who, or the spellcaster who does spell counters. Endymion.
That's the archetype, Endymion.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the master of the.
Oh wow, I didn't make him.
Hold on. He's level 8, right?
Not sure.
Card effects.
2500 is.
Monster
The
type.
one with the gate.
Spellcaster.
Crystal.
Maybe it was 7, I'm not sure. His name was Endymion the Master Magician.
Oh.
Apparently he is a teacher or the master of the school called, you know the field spell that does spell counters, right?
Yeah.
That was a school.
Oh. Alright guys, that's my time. My time is up.
Well, thank you for having me, and sorry for me being so quiet. Magical said of Endymion. So Endymion is actually the owner, and it's not just archetype, but it is the monster of the archetype.
Oh.
So, like I said, it's very interesting. Well, thank you for having me, and catch the shut-eye, yeah?
Yeah. Well, actually, I actually have to go out to work out, so.
Okay, well, have a nice day, y'all, and thank you for having me again, Dabna.
Yeah, no problem.
See you later.
Until this little movie Sigmatic thing that's playing over before I end the stream.
But no, seriously, you should check out the lore of the cards, because it's really cool how Konami made these cards and actually mastercrafted them, or whoever made the artwork was a master worker with making stories.
Oh.
He probably is making stories.
Alright, that looks like almost every single gate that we have cleared. I think it's only like those let me see. No, I cleared that one in there. A couple of them that we would have to go back in.
Wow, I said 18 minutes and 06 seconds. Did you just cut the stream or something?
No, my stream is still running. Yeah,
it says it's done. Streamed 3 hours ago.
Yeah, that's when my stream started.
Oh.
Yeah, just these 3 to finish off those extension gates. So it's like 6 duels. We'll be done with the most boringest story mode I have ever had to endure in Yu-Gi-Oh history. Let's see if
I still liked how I got to read about their backgrounds.
Well,
I mean, yeah, it's slightly boring, but at least it tells something about what the cards are. Like, don't you ever, like, because, like, the Gleefer were in war with the Zephyra.
Oh, well, like I said,
I found that
to me, like, it has no real relevance in terms of me playing this game, and, you know. So,
yeah, I understand. I just find it interesting. I'm just a guy who gets interested really easily.
I was gonna say, it sounds like you like to read too, cause boy, you really took the time out.
Oh no, I just like to piece things together.
Oh,
And yes, I do like to read. Time to time.
just 2,000.
Because actually, one of the monster cards, you know, the one that allows you, the Cleeford monster card, the normal one that allows you to search, that one actually tells you about, like, how it's in war with must destroy Zephyra, or something like that, and it's monster text. And then the other one who's normal says something about, like, doesn't have a memory or something like that, must destroy.
Yeah, I saw that in the text, but yeah, that's gonna be the end for the stream until later. So, as always,
Bye.
later.